Please enter your username.
Hello, everyone. Today we're going to dive into the exciting journey of startups. As we all know, starting a business isn't an easy path. But today, we have a special guest, Jane, who will help us explore the beauty of this challenge. I can't wait to see what lessons we can learn from her experiences. So let's get started.
Wait, don't forget your subscriptions and likes are free, but they are the vitamins of our channel, the best choice to open a new world for you.
And now let's welcome our special guest, Jane. Hi, Jane. It's great to have you here.
Hi, Paul. Thank you for having me. I'm excited to be here.
Let's jump right in. It's going to be a fantastic discussion.
Generating innovative startup ideas.
So, Jane, I'm really curious about how you came up with the idea for your coding platform that has grown into a 300 billion company in just 5 years.
Thanks, Paul. Honestly, it all started with a crazy idea. I noticed that there was a gap in the market for accessible coding education. Everyone thinks it's never going to work when you suggest something so ambitious, but I believed in it.
That's incredible. How did you take that idea from concept to reality?
Well, if you could consolidate that into one piece of advice, it would be to stay persistent. I struggled to make it real in the beginning. There were countless challenges, but I kept pushing forward.
I can imagine. It sounds like you had to stay motivated during some tough times.
Absolutely. Everyone has difficulties in staying motivated during challenging times. I've come to believe that the key is to find a sense of pride in your work and keep your vision clear.
Speaking of vision, how did you manage to get funding or support for your platform?
In a couple of days after launching our initial prototype, we managed to attract some investors. We are giving away a lot of money in a raffle as part of our launch campaign to generate buzz and support for aspiring coders.
That's a brilliant strategy. It sounds like you're really focused on paying it forward.
Yes, I often think about how do I pay that forward. I want to help others increase their odds of success, just like I had the chance.
You mentioned you're writing a book. What can we expect from that?
Books are painful and hard to write, but I want it to be a resource for those who are on their entrepreneurial journey. For someone who gets to the end of this book, I hope they will find actionable insights and inspiration.
That's amazing, Jane. It's clear you're passionate about helping others while sharing your own experiences. I had a blast hearing your story.
Team building and talent management.
All right, Jane, let's dive into our second topic, team building and talent management. How did you build such a successful team for your coding platform?
Great question, Paul. It really started with sharing a vision. The story is ultimately about persuading each individual to embrace that vision. Over the past 5 years, we've all quietly played our roles, working together toward a common goal.
That's a powerful approach. What are those early sort of experiences you had when assembling your team?
In the beginning, it was a bit challenging. Most of these endeavors require a lot of trust and communication. I remember my first foray into direct response marketing. I began experimenting with various strategies to see what worked. What immediately popped into my head was the idea of creating a collaborative environment.
That sounds like a smart strategy. How did you ensure everyone stayed on the same page?
Well, it took time. It's not that big of a leap to say that establishing a stable system took over a year. We had to ensure our operations were reliable. Then it took an additional 2 years for our content to take shape and really resonate with our audience.
That's impressive. It sounds like you had to be patient and persistent.
Absolutely. I found that as we built the team, everyone was trying to figure out how they could contribute best. We encouraged open dialogue, which made the atmosphere so much more positive.
It's fascinating how that teamwork translates into success. How do you manage talent once you've built your team?
Because we both swore an oath to support each other, I focus on recognizing individual strengths and providing opportunities for growth. It's about empowering each team member to take ownership of their work.
That's a fantastic approach, Jane. It sounds like you've created a culture of collaboration and support.
Exactly. When everyone feels valued and has a clear understanding of their role, it naturally leads to a more productive and successful team.
Overcoming challenges.
Now let's talk about the challenging moments you faced in your journey, Jane. I know you had to navigate some tough times before finding success.
Yes, Paul. The story's quite interesting. It took about a year and a half for us to confirm that a culture for creating and purchasing coding courses could actually spread in the domestic market. During that time, everything felt uncertain.
I can imagine. What did you do during those uncertain moments?
We were trying to find our footing and figure out whether customers actually would want this or not. It was a daunting task, and there were times when we thought we were going to be out of a job, but we kept on searching for that business idea.
That sounds intense. Did you ever feel like giving up?
There were moments of doubt for sure, but we came to an agreement within the team that we wouldn't settle until we found something that clicked. We kind of searching for a business idea, and then one day it hit us. This actually might work. We believed this could be the idea that we do together.
That's a great mindset. It sounds like you were open to possibilities.
Exactly. We embraced the idea that there's no such thing as a bad idea. If something wasn't working, we would nip it in the bud before it became a problem. But it was tough until the pandemic hit.
And then everything changed, right?
Yes, the pandemic brought a surge in demand for online learning, and our business experienced rapid growth. It ended up being a very powerful way to validate our concept and show that we were on the right track.
What a turnaround. It's amazing how adversity can sometimes lead to unexpected opportunities.
Absolutely. Those challenging moments taught us resilience and adaptability, which are crucial in any entrepreneurial journey.
Challenges for the future.
Jane, it's exciting to see how far you've come. With over 200,000 video lectures and more than 5,000 classes, that's an incredible achievement. What challenges are you facing as you look to the future?
Thank you, Paul. The future is definitely filled with challenges. We're now looking to combine our platform with AI and actively target international markets. That's such a critical step for us.
Absolutely. What strategies are you considering to make that leap?
The important thing is how clever can you be in navigating this transition. We need to come up with a quick, cheap, and easy way to test our new AI-driven features before fully launching them. Otherwise, it's such a waste of time if we invest heavily without validation.
That makes sense. You can't just go ahead without knowing if it will resonate with your audience.
Exactly. I often hear people asking, should I drop out of college to do this? And I always respond that if they're truly passionate and have a solid plan, they've learned something very important right there.
It sounds like you're advising them to think critically about their decisions.
Yes, it's easy to get caught up in the excitement, but you're going to start losing your mind if you don't have a clear strategy. We need to figure out some way to validation hack our ideas before we fully commit.
That's a smart approach. What do you think is the biggest challenge in this process?
There's a huge amount of delusion in the startup world. It is the single biggest reason that many ventures fail. We need to stay grounded and realistic about our capabilities and the market needs.
That's a valuable lesson, Jane. It sounds like you have a clear vision for your future, and I can't wait to see how you tackle these challenges. What a fascinating talk today, Jane. I've gained a lot of insight into your journey, team building, and even your challenges for the future.
I really enjoyed it too, Paul. I hope my experiences can help other founders, especially the things I've learned about overcoming difficult moments.
You're right. I hope our stories can inspire others. It reminded me how important teamwork and vision are.
Yes, I'm looking forward to the challenges ahead, but the journey so far has been invaluable.
We'll be back next time to share more stories and insights. Thank you for joining us today, Jane.